I was just going to use your phone. Hey, if you can hear me, I'm just getting set up, tested to stream the auction tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow. I'm just getting my phone and my stand set up so we can have a live stream tomorrow. I will take a quick walk around the hall so you can see what we got going on. Let me grab the phone down. Yeah, I was just getting set up to test. Tomorrow, what do we have? We got jewelry. Let's see, lots of gold and silver. And coins. Have we got some coins tomorrow? Lots of silver coins, lots of silver eagles. We got these currency portfolios which are not open, so I guess we must not be selling them. Alright, look at these arrowheads. We got some great arrowheads. Yeah, nice arrowheads. Nice arrowheads. And look at this chandelier. This thing is a beauty. We'll be selling this chandelier tomorrow. We got her all put together and lit up. And then what else here? Got some Pokemon cards, and looks like some Yu-Gi-Oh! And different things in our showcase. Some old papers from the military days, it looks like. Some costume jewelry, nice vintage pin lots. Some silver rings back there, it looks like. Lots of different jewelry around here. Our auction starts at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. We have an early bird at 5:30. That's fishing and yard tools and hand tools and that type of thing. But the main auction with this jewelry is at 7 p.m. We've got lots of different jewelry. And then what else? Well, we got all kinds of art on the walls across there. Look at this. We got these vintage candles. You know, the plastic ones go for good money. These are before the plastic ones were created. They're made out of metal. Beautiful Texaco sign. That's double-sided, mind you. Look at that. A nice porcelain enamel double-sided Texaco sign. We got this easel right here for artists. And then, of course, you know, we've always got a fine selection of antique furniture. Nice antique pieces. Got the mixing bowls. Got all the old stuff. Nice marble top dresser. Look at these pieces right here. A nice chair. Look at these signs over here. These are great. These are some good old signs. Yep, all vintage. All kinds of good stuff across here. Little spice cabinet. Yep, there you go. Nice stained glass. Wall art. Different country furniture. Planters. We got these nice planters out of this place over in Oxford. And look at these chairs. These are just great. Fantastic pair of chairs right there. What else? Oh, look at this. We got a library card file. These things go crazy. Don't ask me why, but they do, and I love them. The lid's not quite on right. There we go. I always say the more drawers, the more money. And look at this chair. That's a great looking antique wicker chair. Looks like it's been recaned, obviously, but nice old ice box from back in the day. Yep. This is where you used to put your ice, and that's how you kept your food cold. And look at this great multi-drawer we took out of a basement over here. What a nice piece. Vintage chair. You won't see a chair like that these days, boy, I'll tell you. Nice old table over here. And Where the Wild Things Are, we've all read that one, right? Except this one I can't read because it looks like it's in French. We got nice Polish pottery. Nice, beautiful old pieces of glass. Old antiques. Oh, New Haven Railroad train car. Siamese cats. Nice little monkey box. Some depression glass. This is a really nice piece of spun glass. Look at this telephone. This thing's great. I wish I could hook this up to my cell phone so I could walk around and just park that wherever I'm sitting and talk on the phone. Nice old wicker chairs here. Furniture. All of this will be for sale tomorrow. Our sale starts at 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. Great piece of glass over here. Look at this lady. She's a fine looking lady. Get that tag out of the way. There you go. It's a nice piece. And then these mid-century glasses, those are always so cool. You know, nice pair of chairs here. That chair over there and this one over here. And look at this beautiful rug. Wow, what a nice rug. And with the dog right in the middle. Don't worry, he won't pee on it. This pot is an amazing planter. Beautiful piece. Then we got some handbags. We got some Dooney and Burke. Alright, these have been authenticated. Dooney and Burke. Louis Vuitton is not authenticated, and I won't vouch for it. Beautiful antique little tray here. Little rustic hand-carved tray. Really nice. Good size. And we got minerals this week. Oh, we got a Jimi Hendrix collection too. See that? Look at all that VHS Hendrix, right? Then we got these minerals. I know people love the amethyst and the geodes. And the fool's gold, also known as pyrite. Look at the detail on that thing. Lodge cast iron soup bowls. Look at these minerals. Nice. Really nice. Nice minerals. And Mack truck. There you go. Nice Mack truck pieces. Different minerals again. Beautiful fireman's axe head. More amethyst and other minerals. Antique license plates. All kinds of good stuff. Look at these shirts. We got Pearl Jam and I forget who the other one is. What do we got here? Guns N' Roses, Bad Company, Motorhead. Nice shirts there. There's the Dead and 106. That was 105.9, but WHCN. All kinds of good shirts. Trains, some brassware, books. More Jimi Hendrix here in this box. More shirts here. Look at these Harley shirts. How many Harley shirts can one guy own? This guy gave us about 120 shirts. And he had more. He still wears Harley shirts every time I see him. But he gave us all these to sell. Oh, some china in the back there. Lots of good stuff. All these shirts will be for sale at auction tomorrow at Golden Gavel. So, what do we have over here? An iPad, some flatware, some nice boots, tools, old games. Look at that picture. That's from back in the day. It's like German sailors. And here's some Costa Rica hand-painted craft pieces. What else? Oh, we got some camera pieces here. Nice little camera lot there. Some copper, if you like copper. Different metalware lots. Different pieces of metal. There's some cats there. All kinds of good stuff. You should come down and check it out. Hebrew prayer books. Marbles, if you like marbles, come down. You can buy some marbles. Again, 7 o'clock tomorrow. 149 North Road, East Windsor. We have an auction every Thursday night. And it's always a good time. Look at all these marbles we got. And we got different books. What do we got here? Victoria Holt, don't know her. Oh, Jerzy Kaczynski, I know that name. There we go. Steps, Jerzy Kaczynski, author of The Painted Bird. All right, and then books over here. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. That's a good one. Lots of books here, vintage books for sale. And we got this neat little lot of stuff over here. Look at these Ford hubcaps. I don't know what they go to, but there's 6 of them. So, more old books over here. I think we have somewhere a first edition Stephen King. I'm not sure which one it is. Look at this nice set of dishes here. There you go. That's the label on them. Now we got lots of cowboy boots. Cowboy boots. I don't know the size. Lots of cowboy boots. Look at those red ones. Whew, I wouldn't wear those in public. What do we got for belts? Calvin Klein. Nice. Little woodenware here. More cowboy boots over here. Look at these old sewing machines. That's crazy. There's Harry Potter, first edition. Right there, along with a wand to go with it. And let's see, extended edition of Breath of the Wild game guide. Those will be going out tomorrow. I want to buy these jumper cables right here. They're 1 gauge. If you know anything about the gauge of the wire, and the lower the number, the better the wire. Those are 1 gauge jumper cables. Those will jump anything. We got a large collection of these Blue Label book bottles here. They're vintage bottles. Apparently there's a collector's market for the Blue Label bottles. Look at this. Frank Lloyd Wright, His Life, His Work. It's a great book right there. There's 3 of them. That one there, Falling Water, that is a house that's here in Connecticut, I believe. So, books about Frank Lloyd Wright, all right there. That's good. Antique books here. See this Dewar's bottle, another collector bottle there. Another fancy Black Label bottle here. auction. There you go. Johnny Walker Blue Label. Yeah. And then look at this. Johnny Walker Blue Label bottles. These are only empty collector bottles. New York limited edition design. 2019, bottle number 6184. So it looks like they were even just within the bottles themselves. Oh, look at that bottle. That's great. I assume it must have a number on it, same as the other one. Yep, same thing. Limited edition design, 2019, bottle 3792. Those are pretty special with the New York scene all the way around. Very cool. It's a very cool set of bottles. And then some little bottles. Some Chivas collector bottles. See, they're not glass, they're like ceramic bottles. So, look at these old postcards. Wow, check this out. Yeah, that's what you used to get for a photo. There you go, very serious old man there. Look at that V8, nice. I don't know what car that was. Looks like maybe a Chrysler, I don't know. I won't talk out of turn. All kinds of pieces we got tomorrow. 7 o'clock, East Windsor, Golden Gavel Auction. I'll be trying to broadcast it live tomorrow, but I'll just be running a stream. I won't be talking or paying any attention. If you're an artist, we have art supplies over here. Nice brushes and some palettes. What else? More tools, glassware, toys. Is this Polish pottery, this pig? It sure looks like it. Nice Polish pig. Lots other little trinkets. Antique doll kit. Make your own doll. Look at this jacket. I love this. Nice Winchester high-vis jacket. Boy, they won't hit you with that on. What else do we have out here? All kinds of stuff. More art across the wall over here. Hey, this is like a pinball game table, and it tells you all the things you want to hit when you're playing the pinball game. I thought it was pretty cool. Here, Air Freight Vietnam by Corporal James Butcher, United States Marine Corps. There's some combat art from Vietnam. Pretty cool piece. That's a nice embroidered silk fish. Another nice embroidered silk piece over here. And look at these pandas. Three embroidered silk pieces we have. And then look at this beautiful piece of art right here. We got some great art out this week. Got more boots here. These are definitely more of a biker boot. Nice. Not sure of the size on those. Looks like a 10, size 10. I won't get my foot in them. Over here, some nice Lodge skillets. Look at this, goblet glasses from from Lord of the Rings. There's Strider. Oh yeah. Gandalf, Frodo. Yep, lots of Lord of the Rings right there, along with the Hobbit record. There's more of the Jimi Hendrix collection. Lots of Jimi Hendrix in there. Nice. Got some good albums here. If you like albums, there's Bob Dylan. I just saw him last fall. There you go. Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention. Introducing the Beatles. Steppenwolf, Outsider, Rolling Stones, the Fugs, if you know who they are. Best of Deep Purple. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Saturday Night Fever. Lots of good stuff. Carl Yastrzemski, there you go. Talking record. The Fugs again. Monkey Chateau, all kinds of good albums there. A little nude art for you. That's about a $200 print. I pulled that to go to a live auctioneer and it ended up on the wall again. Very strange. Alright, look at these crystals. I'm just going to keep coming back to them. Look at the point on that one. Lots of nice crystals. Lots of good stuff. We're selling a lot of good stuff here. Come down tomorrow. Be here. Try and get down here right after work. Be down here about 6 or 7. you can see some of this great stuff we got that we're selling. You know, there's a nice dinner served here. You don't got to eat before you get here. You can just get a nice meal at our little cafe. Look at that propeller. That's a nice wall hanger up there. You know, you like to hunt. Here's a bear hunting bow. Nice compound. Look at this lady. Nice old picture there. Look at these numbered lithographs. Nice art pieces here. Nice art pieces. And then these stone pieces. And these two up on the wall here. Yeah. A great mirror. Look at this thing. Alright, I'm going to sign off. I'd invite every one of you to come down tomorrow to Golden Gavel Auction. See what it's all about, especially when you see the specialty auctions that we run. We got some nice stuff coming up soon for our specialty auctions. Here, let me show you a few of these. There's a Remington bronze and his baby brother. So cool that these came in right side by side to each other. Down here I have a Leica rangefinder. If you know what that is, it's a beautiful camera. We got some nice paperweights over there. More of the minerals we haven't lotted out. If you know who Gail Chihuly is, here's a piece of his glass in our showcase here. You ever go to Mohegan Sun and you ever see that big fountain in the middle? That's a piece of his work. And look at that amethyst. Lots of art glass in here. Beautiful pieces. And more paperweights over here. And look at that. You heard of fool's gold pyrite? There's a beautiful piece right there. Those will be coming up in some of our upcoming sales. And then down here we have things that we're going to be putting into our future sales. You know, there's a Hauser up there. We got some really nice bronze pieces coming. Really nice bronze figures. And we got some pre-Columbian, a lot of good pre-Columbian too. You see these heads, those are nice pre-Columbian heads. This gentleman. This one back here. Over here there's a couple more. Another bronze over there, and look at these lamps. Beautiful Tiffany style lamps coming up. All of this will be coming up in a future auction. We got pieces in here. We just launched a live auctioneer sale. You can find that online at liveauctioneer.com and search for Golden Gavel Auction. We got all these pieces in there, and lots and lots and lots of stickly furniture and bronzes and other ornate carved pieces over there. All these in our future upcoming auctions. So be sure and check us out. Come down and see us at 149 North Road. You won't be disappointed. And I'm going to sign off for now. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.